Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our first Campfire Tales. Oh, it's really cold out here, guys. I'm freezing. If you're cold too, grab yourself a blanket and maybe a hot chocolate if you're not fasting. Anyway, I'm just waiting for my post to arrive. It's a little bit late. I did say that I needed it right about now, but hopefully it won't be too late.
Hello?
Hello?
Anybody there?
Is that you, postman?
Oh, hello there. Your post is here. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's quite all right. Are you okay though? You look a little bit flustered.
Well, it's a long story that basically involves a red cape and a wolf with big teeth and a hairy face in a forest.
Well, that sounds like quite a story. Would you like to tell it one day?
Do you want me to tell you that story right now?
Not right now, postman. Maybe another time though.
Oh, well, here you go.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. And our post is here. Woo, good timing, postman. It's from our friend Anisah again, and she's addressed it to the world. Shall we open it and have a look? Yeah, let's open it up. Put that to the side. Oh, it looks like a long story. An interesting one as well, actually. It's called The Zombie Takeover. Let's get started. I heard this story from my brother Adam, who heard it from his friend, who heard it from her cousin, who heard it from a girl called Miriam, who this story happened to. And she never lies. So this story must be true. Interesting. Anyway, it's such an interesting story that I thought I would share it with you, just as I heard it. Miriam didn't have any brothers or sisters. She lived at home with her mum and dad in a little town where everybody was super nice. Morning, Mr. Sidat, the milkman would wave as he drove his little cart down the cobbled road. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh, Miriam's dad would say as he greeted the imam of the mosque at the corner of the street. Oh, it's a bit nippy outside, Mrs. Delia Smith would say as she hugged her thick wool coat close to her on the way to the newsagent to pick up her newspaper. You're looking pretty peng today, Miss Okafor would say with a wink to Miriam's mum as she ran past the house in her running clothes. Well, you get the picture. They were a very friendly bunch who loved chatting away to one another. And it was no different in Miriam's house. Miriam had so much to say to her parents, who loved nothing more than listening to her, that sometimes she'd even end up sleep talking to them at night. That's right, sleep talking. Or at one time, she managed to call up the local fire station while sleeping. But that is a story for another day. So anyway, on the night that this story takes place, Miriam's parents prayed the dua before sleeping. They said goodbye to Miriam and they went to bed. They put their phones on charge and closed their eyes, not knowing the crazy thing that would happen next. It all started when Miriam's parents' phones began an update. An update? I wonder what that is. Oh, she's written. That is what happens sometimes when phones get a little bit slow. You leave the phone on charge when you go to sleep. The phone does something to its insides. Don't ask me what, I'm not that clever, Anisah says. And when you wake up, it ends up becoming new and fast again. So overnight, a little message popped up on Miriam's parents' phones. Fast asleep in their beds, they didn't notice. iOS message. Super ZOMBIE update will take place in 10 seconds. Please keep your phone on charge. Miriam's mum and dad carried on snoring. Next door, the sheikh also let out an extra loud snore. He'd had a busy day welcoming guests on a tour of the mosque and volunteering for the charity Islamic Relief, so we can forgive him for that. Oh dear, they must have all been really tired. Then she carries on. Then there was one final ping from the phones. ZOMBIE update successful. Zombie mode activated. Zombie mode? Well, let's fast forward to the next morning. Miriam woke up bright and early. She was excited. It was the first week of her holidays and she had an invitation to Bilal and Fatima's house for a party to celebrate them finishing the first juz of the Quran. And her parents had promised to take her to the shops in town to buy them both a present. Assalamu alaikum, Mum! Assalamu alaikum, Dad! Maryam called from her bedroom as she swung her legs down from the bed. Can we have waffles for breakfast today with Nutella and raspberries? Oh, and I really want to buy Fatima a new pencil case, the same one that Katie has at school. Mum? Dad? Maryam had finally stopped talking, and when she did, she noticed the silence. Mum? Dad? She asked again as she walked from her bedroom to theirs. And that's when she saw something very strange. Her mum and dad sitting up in bed with their phones held up right close to their faces. Mum, Dad, Maryam said as she came closer to their bed. But all she could hear were some funny, mumbly words. Must type message, must make call, must like post, must post video, must take photo. Well, that's very strange. Assalamu alaikum, Mum. Assalamu alaikum, Dad, Maryam said as she climbed and jumped on their bed. But they just lifted their phones closer to their faces. Must type message, must make call, must like post, must post video, must take photo. Overnight, Maryam's parents had turned into mumbling zombies. Oh dear. So for the first time in a very, very, very long time, there was quiet in Maryam's house. But Maryam didn't like the quiet. She loved noise and chatter and conversation. After trying a few more times to get her mum and dad to speak, Maryam stomped down the stairs, stomp, 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 and into the kitchen, where she poured herself a sad little bowl of dry Cheerios and ate them all alone in the silence. What could she do? This is a disaster, she thought, as she climbed back upstairs to find her mum and dad still in the same spot on the bed, still mumbling on their phones, still behaving like zombies. It just wouldn't do. She had to fix this situation, and fast, before her parents stayed in the zombie state forever. And she knew just the right people to help her in Operation Save My Parents. The twins, Bilal and Fatima, and their extremely helpful parents who lived only 2 doors away. With a plan in place, Maryam put on her coat and superhero cape, which you need, of course, when you need to rescue people. And she was just about to tie her shoelaces on her trainers when there was a loud knock on the door. Well, 2 knocks to be exact. Who could it be, Maryam thought. And then Anisah's written, dun dun dun, find out in my next letter. Oh, Anisah, I wish you had ended that story. I'm really, really excited to find out who's knocking on the door and what's going to happen next. Oh gosh. Well, I guess whilst we're waiting, we could have a bit of a conversation at home with our parents and maybe our brothers and sisters. Maybe we can think about what we think the important message of this story is going to be. I wonder what it's trying to teach us, because stories always teach us something interesting. And maybe what we think is going to happen next in the story and how Maryam is going to rescue her parents. And also maybe we could think about some of the describing words for our own community and how we would describe them to other people. Anyway, guys, it's getting really, really cold outside and it's nearly Maghrib time for me where I am. So there's just one last thing that I need to tell you, and I think it'll get you really excited as well because it's a competition for you. Yeah, that's right, a competition. So do you remember in the story when Maryam was just about to leave her house, she decided to put something really important on. She put on a superhero cape, that's right. So our competition is about making your own superhero cape. Now there's instructions that you can find on our website. So if you go on www.i2astore.com, that's the number 2 in the middle, i2astore.com, and under the free resources, you can find some instructions about the competition. But it'll basically tell you that we want you to draw, design, make, use cardboard, use material, use paints, use arts and crafts, whatever you want to do, make your own superhero cape and take a picture of your cape or of you wearing the cape, it's up to you, and send it to info@ilm2amal.org, again that's the number 2 in the middle, by Wednesday the 21st of April, that's right. And we will judge it in our team, we'll see who's made the best superhero cape, and we'll announce the winner of this competition on Saturday the 24th of April at our next Campfire Tales, inshallah. And you'll find out who's won the competition basically. And the prizes are an Ilm to Amal superhero training kit box and also a voucher for a local toy shop for you to buy your own present, inshallah. So we hope to see some fantastic capes, some fantastic photos. Send them across to us by Wednesday and find out if you are our lucky winner on Saturday, inshallah. So join us next Saturday for the announcement of the prizes, but also to find out what happens to Maryam and her parents. Are they going to stay in the zombie state forever, or are they going to be rescued? Let's find out next week. Assalamu alaikum.